In the business world, we use the term line and non-line very frequently. So I thought it will be a good idea to state specifically in the human resource function, what do we mean when we say line and what do we mean when we say non-line. Whenever any business is doing any job, it will have its primary objective as doing certain activity, and most of the other functions will be supporting that primary activity. Now that primary activity is what we call as the line function, and all the activities which are done to support that activity are called as non-line function. How is line function and non-line function decided? While line function, it is assumed, will primarily be at least the primary objective for which the organization exists. Like if it's an automobile manufacturing organization, the production line will be considered as a production department will be considered as a line function. If it's a consulting organization, the consultants who are delivering will be considered as line function. If it's a pharmaceutical research organization, the research department will be considered a line function. If it's a sales organization, the sales department will be considered a line function. All the other functions which are supporting this department are considered as non-line function. But a lot of time the management decides, depending on how much value they want to input and provide to a department, that they will also be considered as line function. For example, in a production department or automobile manufacturing organization, while production will be considered a line function, chances are that the quality control would also be considered line. Chances are that the maintenance department will also be considered as line. Okay. And a lot of other departments may be considered non-line. Okay. Why do we therefore divide the organization into these two parts called as line function and non-line function? There is no specific reason, except that the line function and non-line function helps you plan the various benefits that you provide employees. What kind of benefits are we talking about? We are talking about benefits from a standpoint of the compensation. We are talking about benefits in terms of career development, exposures. We are talking about in terms of benefits in terms of external trainings, going to the head office. Specifically, you will see a lot of line function people being called overseas for training to their multinationals. So it is a method of dividing the benefits in these two groups to manage between a line and a non-line function, so that the costs of benefit administration are not very high, because all said and done, the costs or the expenditure on line function is always higher in terms of benefits compared to a non-line function. So if a standardized benefit is there, and if organization can afford that, yes, some organizations do that, but about 80% of the organization have a differentiation of benefits between a line and a non-line function, so that the benefit administration cost and the benefit cost is optimally used. That is the purpose of dividing it into these two headings.